You are listening to Unstoppable Actors, the essential podcast for ambitious, unknown actors with me, Louise, the artistic director of Standby Method Acting Studio. And for the last 13 years, I've been taking unknown actors with blank CVs all the way to Netflix dramas, Amazon Prime films, TV soaps and stage plays around the world. And every week I'll be talking with you and sharing how you can become a paid working unstoppable actor, because you 1000% can. An acting career is doable. Are you ready to dive into the episode? Hello and welcome to another episode of Unstoppable Actors, where today we're going to be deep diving into all things auditions, the good, the bad and the ugly. And this has come about because I've just come out of the other side of auditioning actors for my 10-week method acting programme, and I have thoughts on this because what I saw in these auditions was such a clear reminder of why some actors move forwards and they move forwards seamlessly, and why other actors stay stuck feeling like they're just not there yet. And here's the thing, it's not about talent, it's not solely about talent, not even close. And so in this episode, I want to take you behind the scenes of auditions, and I want to share with you the highs, the lows, the awkward moments, and most importantly, what you can learn from it all. Because if you've ever thought, I'm just not ready yet, I don't know when I'll be ready for auditioning, or maybe you've been auditioning a while and you're feeling like you're messing them up, or you feel like you need more training, this is going to show you that you're probably a lot closer than what you actually think to giving your best audition yet. So let's start with what didn't quite land in the auditions. And I want to say this with compassion, because I have been there. Auditions used to be so scary for me. And I know that they're scary for a lot of actors as well. There's a lot riding on them. So the first thing I saw a lot of is actors stressing over their lines. And this is a universal problem in the acting industry. We put a lot of emphasis and pressure on ourselves with the lines. And you could literally see it happening. Their eyes were slightly glazing over, and there would be a tiny pause before the next line. There'd be a thought. It'd come out in the body language. So not really grounded in the scene, moving from foot to foot. So nervous energy usually comes out through the body, and this is what was happening. It would come out in the hands, or it would come out in that pause, but that pause where they've come out of the scene and they're thinking, what is the next line? And they've totally lost the momentum of the moment that they had before. And you can see this internal panic. And that internal panic is usually when the actor is thinking things like, don't forget. Oh, come on, you had this 5 minutes ago. And then what happens is, as I've already mentioned, they're no longer in the scene, not listening, not reacting, not experiencing anything, not taking this character on a journey. So instead of watching a human going through something, instead what we're doing is we're watching a human trying to remember words. And when you're on the panel, that is so disconnecting for us. And that's because it's disconnecting for you as the actor as well. Then the second thing that I saw a lot of in the auditions is playing it safe. And this one is huge with a capital Huge, because some actors come in and they will say the lines clearly, they will hit the beats, they understand the scene logically, but it's all just a bit nice. It's a bit controlled. It's a bit, this is probably the right way to do it. And I get why that happens. You want to do well. You want to be liked. You don't want to get it wrong. But here's the problem with that. Safe is forgettable. Safe doesn't tell me anything about you as an actor. Safe doesn't show me the depth of the character. Safe doesn't create tension. It doesn't create curiosity or edge. It just sits there. nicely, not really taking us anywhere. It's a little bit of vanilla. Vanilla's liked by everyone, but it's not really remembered, is it? And this next one, I really, really want you to hear. Apologising. Oh, I'm so sorry, I'm quite new. Sorry, I really struggled learning this. Sorry if that wasn't very good. And I completely understand 1,000% where this comes from. It's vulnerability, it's nerves, it's wanting to soften the moment. But what it actually does is it weakens your presence and it makes you smaller in the moments that you need to take up space. So instead of seeing, oh, this is an actor who's here, they're committed, they're ready to grow, what we feel instead on the panel is they don't quite believe in themselves. And that energy really bloody matters. Now let's flip this. Because some actors absolutely nailed it, and not in a perfect, polished, flawless performance way, because that's not what I'm expecting when you are auditioning for the 10-week method acting programme, but they nailed it in a way where you couldn't not watch them. So first up, there was simplicity. The actors who stood out didn't try to overcomplicate anything. They had a plain wall behind them, no clutter, no distractions, and that meant that all of the focus was exactly where it should be, which is on them. They also framed themselves properly because these were online auditions, so they framed themselves in a full body shot in a way where all of their body is in shot and I can see everything that they're doing. And this is such a simple thing, but it makes such a big difference because acting isn't just in your face, it isn't just in your voice and making your voice sound emotional, it's also in your posture, it's in your stillness, it's in your movement, it's how the character exists physically. And when we can see that, you instantly become more believable. And secondly, how they showed up as themselves in the interview part was incredible. They didn't come in trying to impress. They weren't overthinking every word. They were just present, open, warm, engaged, grounded. And there's something really, really powerful about that. Because before we even ever look at your acting, we're connecting with you as a person. And that connection really matters because that connection carries into your performance. And then the biggest thing I saw, the thing that really separated people, is when they found a journey. When they found a journey, something changed, something shifted. We were no longer just watching a character say lines, we're watching them go through something. So let me give you a really clear example of this, because this is not something that many actors consider. Oh, what is the character actually going through right now? We say this a lot when it comes to our friends or family members, especially when they're having a hard time. We'll say, oh gosh, yeah, they're really going through it right now, or they're having such a hard time. But we never really think about that when it comes to characters. So the example that I want to give you is one actor started the scene really grounded, soft, composed, understanding, and you could feel that this character was trying to keep things calm, keep things together. But then as the scene progressed, something underneath started to crack. There's a moment where you could really see the fear come in, and instead of pushing it away or smoothing it over, they let it happen. Their body tightened slightly, the voice lost control a little bit, their energy shifted. And by the end of the scene, they'd gone from that composed, steady presence, which was absolutely on point for the character, to someone who was genuinely frightened and slightly defensive. Now, not in an over-the-top way, not in a forcing way, not in a look at me, I'm experiencing it in this kind of way, just human. Plain and simple human. And that journey is what kept me watching, and that's what makes a performance come alive. Because your acting is never about saying lines well. It's never about, oh, my job here is to remember everything verbatim and that's it. It's about allowing change to happen within the scene. It's about letting the character be affected. So what does this mean for you then? If you're thinking, oh, I'm not good enough yet, or gosh, there's something going wrong with my auditions and I just can't figure out what it is, so I can't be good enough, or I need more time, or gosh, I'm probably just going to keep messing these up, I'm probably going to keep getting the same outcome. I want you to really hear this. Most actors are not stuck because they lack talent. They're stuck because they are focusing on the wrong things. They're trying to be perfect instead of present. They're trying to be safe instead of specific. They're trying to be prepared instead of alive. And do you know what the really exciting thing is? Those things are fixable, quickly fixable. And that is exactly why I've created something very, very, very exciting for you. Because once you understand how you naturally approach your acting, everything starts to make sense. Why you overthink makes sense. Why you hold back makes sense. Why certain things feel harder than they should make sense. So what I've done is I've created a free quiz for you. And this quiz is, what type of actor are you? And in this free quiz, you'll discover whether you are a head actor or a heart actor. And at the end of this quiz, you'll get really clear feedback on what you're already doing really well. You'll get feedback on what you might be holding back on. And you'll also get feedback on what you need to focus on in your next performance and your next audition to improve so that they become your best audition or your best performance yet. There's no guessing, there's no fluff. It is just pure clarity. You can take it now. It takes no more than 3 minutes to complete. I've left the link in the description underneath where you've hit play, or you can go to tinyurl.com/which actor are you. I would absolutely love to know what you get in this quiz. So once you've done the quiz, just come into our DMs over on Instagram, which is at Standby Method Acting Studio, and let me know whether you are a head actor or a heart actor. Because once you see your pattern, you can start shifting it. And this is where it becomes really exciting. And that's when things really start to change and auditions start to become something that you enjoy. And they start to become something that you get really, really good at. I'll see you in the next episode. I've absolutely loved hanging out with you, and I really hope you found this episode inspiring. If you have, please do rate the podcast and hit follow so you never miss an episode, and I can help more actors like you. And come and join one of the most supportive, uplifting acting communities on socials, the Unstoppable Actors Facebook group, where you'll get your weekly injection of inspiration, networking, and receive your free Method Actors handbook so you can become an unstoppable actor.